In the heart of London, amidst the fog-draped gravestones of Highgate Cemetery, a chilling legend took root. Welcome to the realm of the Highgate vampire, a tale that gripped the imagination of an entire generation. But behind the sensational headlines and whispered rumors lies a deeper mystery. Enter the world of the unknown as we journey back to the 1970s to uncover the truth behind this infamous legend. Join us as we delve into the pages of history, guided by the meticulous research of folklorist Bill Ellis. His insights offer a glimpse into the dark and mysterious world of the Highgate vampire. Prepare to embark on a journey into the shadows, where truth and legend blur. This is the untold story of the Highgate vampire. Welcome to the Survival Horror Ambience channel. If you like horror and horror stories, subscribe and hit the like button. Tell me in the comments what types of horror stories and movies you enjoy. Now to the stories. Oh, and happy nightmares. One chilly night, David Farrant, a brave man hunting for ghosts, decided to spend the night in the spooky Highgate Cemetery in London. This cemetery was old and filled with shadows that seemed to move independently. David had his camera to catch pictures of ghosts and a special cross to protect him from vampires. As the clock struck midnight, the air turned super cold, and a creepy fog crawled along the ground like ghostly fingers. David hid behind a big old tombstone, waiting and watching. The only sounds were the far-off noises of the city and the quick beats of his heart. Suddenly, David felt scared, like something bad was about to happen. Out of nowhere, he saw a tall, dark shadow with glowing red eyes standing among the graves. It didn't walk like a person. It floated over the ground, coming closer and closer to David. Those red eyes seemed to look right into him, making him feel cold and scared. David couldn't move. He was frozen in fear. The shadowy figure with the red eyes got closer and closer. Just when it felt like the figure was right in front of him, David remembered he had his cross. With all his strength, he lifted the cross and held it out in front of him. In an instant, the scary figure disappeared into thin air. All that was left was the cold night and the feeling that something evil had been there. The next day, David told everyone about seeing the Highgate vampire. His story made many people excited and scared, and soon lots of them went to the cemetery, hoping to see the vampire or maybe even catch it. Even though some people don't believe in vampires or ghosts, the story of that night has become a famous tale, making the Highgate Cemetery a place full of mystery and adventure. It was a foggy evening in the heart of London, and as Sarah made her way home from a friend's house, she found herself drawn to the shadowy allure of Highgate Cemetery. Little did she know, her decision to take a shortcut through the eerie grounds would lead to a chilling encounter she would never forget. Sarah was a young woman who lived in a house adjacent to Highgate Cemetery with her family. One evening, as she was returning home from a friend's house, she decided to take a shortcut through the cemetery, despite the warnings of her parents. As she walked along the winding paths, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, and the atmosphere seemed unusually heavy. Suddenly, Sarah heard the sound of footsteps echoing behind her. She turned around but saw no one. Heart pounding, she quickened her pace, but the footsteps persisted, growing louder and closer with each passing moment. Just as she reached the cemetery gates, Sarah felt a cold breath on the back of her neck, accompanied by an eerie whisper that seemed to call her name. Terrified, Sarah fled from the cemetery, not daring to look back until she reached the safety of her home. From that day on, she refused to go anywhere near Highgate Cemetery after dark, haunted by the memory of that chilling encounter. As the moon cast its ghostly glow over the ancient tombstones of Highgate Cemetery, Michael embarked on his nightly ritual of walking his dog along the cemetery's perimeter. However, on this particular fog-shrouded night, he would bear witness to a sight that would forever haunt his dreams and send shivers down his spine. Michael was a resident who frequently walked his dog near Highgate Cemetery in the early hours of the morning. One foggy night, as he strolled along the perimeter of the cemetery, his dog suddenly stopped in its tracks, growling and baring its teeth at something unseen. Curious, Michael directed his flashlight toward the cemetery gates and froze in shock at what he saw. Standing among the tombstones was a tall, dark figure with glowing red eyes, its form shifting and flickering in the dim light. Michael felt a wave of dread wash over him as he watched the figure glide effortlessly between the graves. its gaze fixed on him with an intensity that sent shivers down his spine. Unable to tear his eyes away, Michael stood transfixed until the figure vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a lingering sense of unease. From that night on, he avoided Highgate Cemetery at all costs, haunted by the memory of the mysterious apparition he had witnessed in the dead of night. These detailed testimonies offer a glimpse into the eerie experiences reported by locals near Highgate Cemetery during the early 1970s, adding to the mystique and folklore surrounding the area. Enter Sean Manchester, a figure determined to unravel the mysteries of Highgate Cemetery. With bold declarations and fervent conviction, Manchester declared the existence of a vampire lurking within the cemetery's depths. The media seized upon Manchester's claims, fueling hysteria and sensationalizing the legend of the Highgate vampire. But as fear gripped the community, a showdown loomed on the horizon, pitting believers and skeptics against each other in a battle for the truth. As the legend of the Highgate vampire continued to spread, tensions reached a boiling point. The stage was set for a night of chaos and confrontation, as believers and skeptics alike descended upon the cemetery in search of answers. On the fateful night of March 13, 1970, ITV aired interviews with Sean Manchester, David Farrant, and others who claimed to have encountered supernatural entities within the cemetery's walls. Within hours, a frenzied mob of hunters from all corners of London surged through the gates and over the walls, defying police efforts to maintain order. Amidst the chaos, rumors swirled of spectral sightings and eerie encounters, fueling the hysteria that gripped the crowd. In the aftermath of the madness, the discovery of charred and headless remains only added fuel to the fire, sparking speculation of dark forces at play. Undeterred by the chaos, Sean Manchester ventured back into the heart of Highgate Cemetery, determined to confront the forces of darkness that lurked within. And so, the curtain falls on the tale of the Highgate vampire, a saga that continues to captivate and intrigue to this day. Despite the passage of time, the legend endures, woven into the fabric of folklore and urban myth. But beneath the layers of sensationalism lies a deeper truth, a truth obscured by the passage of time and the fog of uncertainty. For some, the Highgate vampire remains a cautionary tale of superstition and hysteria, a product of collective fear and imagination. For others, it is a testament to the enduring power of the unknown, a reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows. There is no credible evidence to support the claim that people went to Highgate Cemetery specifically to stab dead bodies. The rumors and sensationalism surrounding Highgate Cemetery during the late 1960s and early 1970s primarily revolved around reports of supernatural encounters, particularly the legend of the Highgate vampire. While it's true that there were instances of vandalism and desecration in the cemetery during this time, including damage to graves and monuments, there is no substantiated evidence to suggest that individuals targeted corpses with intent to harm or mutilate them. It's important to approach such claims with skepticism and to rely on credible sources when seeking information about historical events. The rumors and myths surrounding Highgate Cemetery have been greatly exaggerated over the years, and separating fact from fiction can be challenging. Well, that's all we have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I find these kind of subjects very interesting. And if you did like this video, let me know in the comments. Until next time, scary dreams.